We're fired up that the NFL draft is less than a month away and wanted to go on a little bit of a rant. So now the Vikings free agency has set them up to go O-line, 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 O-line with their 10 friggin' picks. 1 2/3 as well as 4/4, right? But at 14, it's going to be really interesting for the Minnesota Vikings. And yes, I would love Christian Darrisaw, the left tackle from Virginia Tech, plot him in at left tackle. Sorry, Ezra, you're going to be guard for forever. Maybe Rashawn Slater slides. AVT, Elijah Vera Tucker from USC. Woo! Yes, at the end of the day, suturing up the offensive line at 14 and coming out of day one and the first and second round with a rock solid starting offensive lineman, yeah, would be really important. But there is a real possibility, especially if there's a hot run on quarterbacks, and I think that there is some smoke to the Mac Jones to the Niners at 3 steam, because why would the Niners trade up to 3 if they didn't already have a guy who's guaranteed to be there? Because I don't think Mac Jones going at 2. He definitely ain't going at 1, but I digress there. So there could easily be all 5 of the big 5 quarterbacks going in the top 13 selection. So ipso facto, that would mean there can only be 8 other players that go. So there's going to be a lot of talent trickling down. And what if one of those is one of the big 4 pass catchers? And I say pass catchers because people get mad when you call Kyle Pitts a wide receiver. You know, he's pretty much a wide receiver. But if Kyle Pitts, the tight end from Florida, or Jaylen Waddle, the wide receiver from Alabama, or Davonta Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner, also from Alabama, or Jamar Chase, wide receiver 1 from LSU, except for last year when it was Justin Jefferson. What if he gets there? Now, what if one of them trickles down to 14? Now, Jamar Chase, I think solidly does not get past the Dolphins at 6. I think that's going to be the selection. But what if Davonta Smith somehow, some way, teams are out because of his frame, even though Chad Ochocinco played at 185 or 175? Or Jaylen Waddle. Can he do more than run 9 routes? Yes, he can. Absolutely can. Or Kyle Pitts is like, we get it. We like him. He's an awesome tight end. And frankly, if you want to bet on who's going to be a future Hall of Famer, I would take Kyle Pitts and the odds. Let's go. But one of those guys certainly could be on board, especially if there does end up being a run on offensive line. Maybe Slater and Darrisaw are off the board. Maybe you do have a choice between AVT and Davonta Smith, AVT or Jaylen Waddle. And it would be tough. It would be extremely tough because it is a modern passing league. And I know the Vikings were dead last year in running 11 personnel. They ran at like 29% of their offensive snaps, by far the lowest in the league. But don't you think that would change just a little bit? Just a little bit if your wide receiver 3 was Davonta Smith or Jaylen Waddle instead of, BC Johnson, Chad Beebe. Just a little bit. Plus, Kyle Rudolph is gone, so that's going to free up some more snaps, even though Vikings will certainly use 2 tight ends quite a bit. But man, if the Vikings can go 3 wide in the spot, if they do go true BPA, if it is Waddle, if it is Davonta Smith, I say Waddle and Smith because I think it's more likely it's going to be those 2. I think Pitts goes. I think Jamar Chase goes a little bit earlier. So you would have to consider it. Because even though, we have Justin freaking Jefferson quickly going to become the best wide receiver in the game. Also, you have Adam Thielen, a career high 14 touchdowns last year. But Thielen's going to be 31 in August. So you got to start thinking about the future. Plus, it is the modern NFL. As much as Zimmer and Gary Kubiak don't want it to be. They still want it to be 1920s when you run the Charleston. Like, Teddy Roosevelt just approved the 4 pass because too many people were dying playing football, right? So they want to play in that era. But too bad. Too bad. The kid is at the Xbox controller now. And guess what? Clint Kubiak's going to modernize the offense because he's a wide receiver coach. He was a quarterbacks coach. Guess what? You're going to throw the ball. And also, hey, if you throw the ball more, if you threaten vertically, if you can take the top off the defense, guess what? That is going to benefit Dalvin Cook so he can run against not 8 and 9 men in the box. How about that? How about that? Oh, suddenly, because you can throw the ball, because that's the name of the game in today's NFL, you can run the ball better. Oh, I don't know if Mike Zimmer thought about that. So, yes, the Vikings should go offensive line at 14, and it doesn't have to be a drafting for need because it's certainly good BPA at 14 with Darrisaw, with Slater, with AVT, whatever, but man, it is a real possibility that there's going to be a nail driver, wide receiver, or even Kyle Pitts on board at 14. And could you imagine the Vikings souped up offense? Like, Kyle Pitts, like, I get it. He's a tight end. You have Irv Smith and Gronklin. But Kyle Pitts, line him up out wide, line him up in the slot, use him like the Raiders used Darren Waller, and he was a matchup nightmare. He would revolutionize this offense. Jaylen Waddle and his speed would take the top off the defense, plus would be phenomenal in the return game. Davonta Smith is one of the most elusive yards after the catch wide receivers in the game. You know who's one of the best yards after catch receivers in the game right now? Justin friggin' Jefferson. So you have two dudes every single time they get their mitts on the ball. They can break it for an extra 10, an extra 20. Oh, they're gone. They are gone. So just imagine going forward, your duo is going to be Justin freaking Jefferson and Davonta Smith. Can you imagine? All right. It's just like 1998. Oh, we don't need wide receiver help because, we got Jake Reed, 1,000-yard receiver. We got Chris Carter, one of the best of all time. We need help on the defensive line. Johnny Randall needs some more bodies over there. But, Randy Moss. The pride of Rand, West Virginia. Yeah, we got to make that happen. So, yeah, the Vikings will have a decision, and I think it's actually more likely than not at this stage. So, if Waddle or Davonta Smith or Kyle Pitts or somehow, some way, I don't know, does Jamar Chase have a gas mask bomb video? I don't know. If they're there at 14, just do it. Just do it. Then grab a ton of guards in the 3rd and 4th round and let's go. Let's score 50 points a game, only give up 10 points a game, and dominate this season. Because that could be it. Davonta Smith or Jaylen Waddle could be the difference between this offense being good and being top 5, if not one of the best in the game. As well as the Zimmer Hellfire defense being rebuilt through free agency. Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it. Be your thoughts. Raw Real Rant, wide receiver. Woo! Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.